Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Welcome to Catch These Vibes. My name is Charmonique, and you are listening to episode 80. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone is having a good week so far, a great week. But hopefully, if it's not great, hopefully it's going good. You know, I know some weeks be rougher than others, so I get it. But I hope that listening to this brings you some comfort. That is my goal always with these episodes and with this podcast in general. Just bring good vibes and, a good episode to help your day go by smoothly, to kill time, whatever you do while you're listening to podcasts, whether it be cooking, on your way to work, on your way home from work, while you're on the toilet, whatever, whenever. Thank you for listening. All right, so this episode I wanted to talk about Rihanna because she just announced a new perfume. And I feel like we have to talk about that and what she has going on. I wanted to go over my weekend spent in California to celebrate my son's birthday. We had to have a Nicki Minaj corner because I was busy this weekend, so I didn't really pop out to do that, so I wanted to do that on this episode. And then I wanted to talk about this article I came across titled "Let Go of the People Who Aren't Ready to Love You." I feel like that's a great topic to discuss and point out some things, some important things that we just gotta talk about, y'all. And then I'll end the episode with some of my keys to success that I try to practice on a daily basis. All right, so that's what we have on the itinerary for this episode. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into it. All right, so Rihanna recently announced that she will be releasing a Fenty perfume on August 10th. So this is going to be like a unisex type of scent. So it will be for the women's and the men's. It says, come bathe in it. Fenty perfume combines sensual magnolia, vibrant fruit, and warm spice notes for a deeply intimate unisex scent. Get it on August 10th at fentybeauty.com. So yeah, she is releasing perfume, not music, perfume. Let's talk about it. First things first, I have a Rihanna's perfume called Crush. I love it. It's my favorite. Every time people smell it, they're like, "Oh, that smells good. What is it?" So it's one of my favorite perfumes. So I'm pretty sure that this will smell lovely, and I'm interested to actually see what it smells like. Now, I I'm honestly like I'm not getting impatient, and I'm not like, oh my gosh, girl, where's the album? I'm not gonna lie, I was like that at a certain point, but it's just been so long that it's just like every time she makes an announcement, it's always something that has to do with, Savage X Fenty or Fenty Beauty, which is a a beautiful thing. She's doing something that she loves. Um, and that you should be and if you're a fan of hers, you should be in support of that. If you're someone who wants to see her win, you should be in support of um all the different decisions that she is choosing to make in her career. You should support it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm being a supportive fan. And I'm not going to bring up the album anymore. I'm just not going to bring it up. But I could talk about how I feel about things. And so that's all I'm doing. you know so of course I would love to have more music from Rihanna. I'm just, just someone who is ready for more music, because it's been some time since we've heard her on something. And so I think the last thing was the song with Party Next Door, Believe It. I think that was the last song that she was on that I can recall. And so it was a really cute, even though she was only like on the hook. It was a really cute song. I really love that song actually. I ain't even talking about this really cute song. I actually love that song. But yeah, that was the last thing. So I am very much looking forward to just hearing how she sounds, what type of project she's going to put out. I want to hear what that sounds like, how much she has grown throughout this time frame since 2016. Like, she has experienced a lot of different things have happened. I mean, the whole her and Drake situation, and then she was dating um that wealthy, fine ass nigga overseas. I forgot his name was Hassan, something like that. Um, and it seemed like they were pretty serious. So who knows what happened with that? He could have proposed to her and everything. So she's obviously experienced so much, and then now she's dating ASAP Rocky. They've been seen about out and about, just looking really cute together and really happy, looking like they're really enjoying each other's time together. So it's just like you can't be nothing but happy for her and him, and wish them the best. So you have to allow artists to experience life and really just figure out exactly what type of music they want to put out and when they're ready to do that. um and she's just building her empire. Like, she is continuously showing that she can do anything and everything. And she's doing exactly what she wants to do. So we might not get any music anytime soon. Maybe she's just getting a lot of the business stuff out of the way before she starts her music run, because those music runs can take some time, because you have to release it, and then you start doing promo and performances, and then there's your tour. So that takes a long time to do those things, and it's probably very, very difficult to do that and all the other business things and ventures that she's got going on at the same time. So she probably wants to get a lot of this stuff out the way, and then kind of you know let the people that she has in place take over the reins while she does. But who knows? She may be able to just do all of it at once. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, doing all of it at once, I know that shit got to be like crazy, 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 crazy. So, with all that being said, maybe she is getting this shit out the way, and then that way she'll be able to dedicate some like actual year or two to music. So she's at the point in her career where she can do this, because Anti is still a bop. It still can, you can still listen to it till this day and really really enjoy every single song. Like I really, that will always be one of my favorite albums ever. Um, so she really honestly has the luxury to take her time and continue to take her time before she releases another album. And I will be one of them fans who will just wait for her to decide to do that. Um, so yeah, that's how I feel about Rihanna, and her new perfume, and where she is right now, what's going on with her life and her career. I love it. I support her, and she's just, very inspiring, and just shows that you can do anything that you want to do, any passion that you have, because when you're just someone who just has so many passions, you want to be able to make all of them come true. You want to make all of them um a real thing, and she's doing that. So I'm rooting for her, and whatever's next, whether it be another business venture or the album, I'm here for it. And yeah, that's that. This weekend we took a drive down to California to go to Universal Studios, for my son's 13th birthday. So we haven't been to Universal Studios since 2016. So we've been really wanting to go. We thought this would be a great time to take advantage um, of this time before my son goes back to school and before shit probably gets locked down again. So we went. Initially, I wanted to do Six Flags and Universal Studios, but we decided against that because it just was like, we don't really need to do both. I mean, like we used to do that a lot. Like we would do Six Flags and Disneyland the next day, and it used to be, so fun, but that was when I was younger. And so this year I went to Disney World and then just went to Universal Studios. And I feel like, at my age of 30, I have been to these amusement parks enough times to get all of the fun out of it. And I just, don't get me wrong, it's still fun. It's still a good time, but it's just not how as fun as it used to be. And I'm noticing that about a lot of different things. Some foods don't even taste the same, Like I used to love different things. Like I used to love DiGiorno pizza, for example. I used to love it. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And I love that. But that pizza is disgusting now. And I'm very ashamed that I used to really like to eat it. It's just, you just start to notice things as you get older. Like it's just not the same. And I feel like that about theme parks. So I am good on going to any amusement parks for at least another, I don't know, man, for a while, because they're they're really good. They're a good experience. But first of all, I feel like they're way too expensive. Way, way, way too expensive. Everything is like, first of all, the admission to get in, the tickets to get in are expensive, and then everything else there is expensive as fuck. The food, it's not even all that good. Um, the souvenirs that you try to get, like a sweater or a damn keychain, is $30. It's just so expensive, man. But it is a fun experience if you've never experienced it before. I don't ever want to deter anyone from experiencing these places like Universal Studios and Disneyland, etc. It's definitely a fun experience, but it's like, I guess because I've been a couple times already, that it's just like, okay, I don't need to go anymore. Like I really, really do not. Um, and also I just feel like, now maybe Six Flags, the last time I went, and from my understanding, they have a lot of different like rides and a lot of roller coasters. So I feel like, and at the same time, Six Flags is not that expensive. Like you can get a ticket for less than $70. So that it's a really fair price, honestly. Um, versus Universal Studios or Disneyland, their tickets are 100 plus each. So more on the expensive side. But I feel like with Six Flags, you definitely get your money's worth because there's just so many different things you could do, so many different type of rides and roller coasters. Um, but places like Universal and Disneyland, they have like I don't know, they're not just roller coasters, they're just there's a lot of different like 3D and effects and things like that that the rides they just give more, it's not just a roller coaster and you just doing loops and circles and stuff like that. Um so that's what makes it fun. Like for example, they have the Harry Potter part in Universal Studios, so it's really really cool. They have the stores and you can get a wand, you can get the whole Harry Potter Hogwarts get up, which is, very fun for the people who really really love Harry Potter. Um and they have Jurassic Park. Um they have Transformers, they have the Mummy. I saw that they are developing and building a Super Mario Nintendo game. I mean, not game, but a ride. So that looks fun. They have like a lot of different things to do, but at the same time, it's not really a lot, because you can get through it and then it'd be like, okay, I'm ready to go. I done did everything mostly. And then the lines take forever. You could be standing in a line for like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It could be really like ridiculous, honestly. Um, but you do have the option to pay for like express so that you could like go ahead of everyone and skip the line basically. But that shit is even more expensive to do that. So it's a lot. It really, really is. It's a whole experience though at the same time. Um I think Universal Studios is really cool though because before you get into the park, there's like a whole like um outlet type vibe. There's different restaurants, different stores you can go to. Like you can go down there just to kick it, go down there to go shop and get dinner or whatever. So that's cool, I think, and a good experience that you can have and enjoy when you go there. But yeah, so all overall, it was fun. We had a good weekend. We enjoyed the time there and came back on Sunday. So we left on Friday, came back on Sunday, and was home by 1 o'clock. So I was like, yes, let's leave early. I was ready to go. I don't know. It's just like going places. Maybe it's because it's just California. Like places like California and Vegas, like 24 hours max. I'm good. I enjoyed it. I seen it. It's different scenery or whatever from what I'm seeing every day in Arizona. But since I've been there so many times, it's just like, okay, I'm ready to go. But I don't know. I can't really say that's just Cali and Vegas. I feel like that's any place. Like I don't really want to go a place for 5 days. I don't know. Maybe if things were different, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the me now don't want to go nowhere for that long. Like I just get homesick very, very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because vacations to me, of course, it's just time away from the busy life and working and just taking time out to relax and just get away from home. That's what it means to me. But I find I get a lot of comfort in being at home, so I think that's why I don't really be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get away. Like mostly I really just be like, I gotta get out the house, you know. And so that could be getting out the house to go see people like family, spend time, or go out somewhere, go to a brunch, go out to a bar, go to like an arcade, Dave and Buster's, just something to get out of the house. I like need to do that sometimes because I'm always home. So that's what it be about for me. But I do notice that when I go out of town, I'll be like, after a day or two, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home now. But yeah, so we had a good time, but I definitely have come to the conclusion that I am over roller coasters and rides. I just can't do the whole bumpy thing. I just can't. It's just not for me anymore. I just nope. It's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it'd be fun, but I don't know. And then let me tell y'all. So we was on, I think it was the Harry Potter ride. And we having fun, yelling and laughing and stuff, enjoying the ride, and then it just stops. Like, we just stop, and then they make an announcement saying something, and so we were just sitting there for like a good 30 seconds to a minute, and then the ride continued. And I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-mm. And that kind of ruined it because it was like, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Yay. And then that happened. And then it was just like, all the shit that we've been hearing about rides breaking down and y'all having little issues. That's not fun. Not a fun experience at all. But like I said, it only lasted like 30 seconds to a minute, and we was back on and moving on the ride. But the fact that it happened, it was just kind of like, what's going on? But we had a good time overall. I definitely feel like if you've never been there, it's definitely a good experience to have at least once. Um, because it's really cool. The one of the my favorite things about it that I do want to say is there's a tour that you can go on. It's the studio tour, and you can also, I believe, there's like a VIP experience, and so they just take you around the Universal Studios lot and just go through the history of all the different films that have been made on each lot and the different processes they go through to create a movie, the different sound stages. And it was, so that's, if you're like into movies and film and how everything's created and production and things like that, I feel like you should definitely go to Universal Studios. And if you can't afford it, do the VIP experience, because there's one of one section of the lot where they have a plane that was in the movie with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. Hold on. It was World Wars. Hold on. Hold on, because I forgot. And I don't want to say the wrong one. Wait a second. War World? No. Is it that? No. Wait. It was the movie when they got in a car, the airplane accident. I ain't seen it in so long. Yeah, so War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds is the movie, and that plane crash that is seen in that movie is they show you that is actual real plane that they have on the lot, and it's the where they filmed that scene. So you get to see different things like that, which is really, really, really interesting and fun for people who are into those type of things. So overall, it's a great experience. I definitely recommend it. But if you're someone who's like, been there a couple times, and it's like after a while, it's not as fun as it used to be. But I guess that's just what happens when you get older. Welcome to the Nicki Minaj Corner where we talk all things Nicki Minaj. So I just really wanted to just do a stat update and just talk about some of the things that's been going on. Um, Nicki's she's been really active on social media, I really love. Like she's fully and completely out of her hiatus, and she has been posting and interacting with the fans, with her peers, and just really just um, making her presence known on the internet. So I just wanted to go over some of the things that she said and retweeted and talked about in the last week. So first of all, let's go over this message that she wanted to share for the people. She said, "Stop begging people to do things for you. Ask once. If they can't do it or don't do it, get someone who will. Once it's done, if they bring it back up, play dumb. Like, huh? Oh, that band got done, child. This life has no time to wait on any fucking body. Don't get mad at people. Just handle your business. Took me so long to figure this out." And so she's been using the ballerina tiptoe emoji a lot. And somebody said, "Her and this emoji, what does it mean?" And she said, "It means I realize I gotta keep motherfuckers on their motherfucking toes." So she's always, I love how she's always like saying inspirational things and just trying to like always make sure people know that she's dealt with different situations. So I just love how she's always just dropping gems and just being real relatable and always wanting to make an example out of herself and tell people like, I've been through these situations and this is what I learned from it. So another thing that I thought was really dope, um, Amazon did a ad for um it's a new ad campaign. And in the ad campaign, first of all, it's really, really cute. It's like a black Rapunzel who just figures out, why am I sitting here waiting for a prince? I couldn't, just escape out of here and just be a queen without depending on a prince coming to save me. So it's a really cute commercial. And in the commercial, they use Nicki Minaj's Feeling Myself featuring Beyonce. So that was really, really dope. Another thing that happened that really had the people hype, um, a show on Bravo called Real Housewives of Potomac. I mean, Potomac. I always want to say Potomac because that's the way it looks, but it's Potomac. So, Real Housewives of Potomac. First of all, I've never watched this show until today. Until today, because Nikki told us to binge watch it because she said she finna get into some things as she hosts the reunion. So, what had happened was they used Moment for Life as a promo on their show. So it's really, really cute. It's basically like a mashup on the beat of over the beat of Moment for Life. And they made it into like a little ad or a commercial for their show. So Nikki posted that on her Instagram and she said that she was going to be hosting the reunion. So of course everybody was like, what's going on? Some people thought she was joking. But she posted the next day a screenshot from her publicist and it says, "Andy Cohen said he would gladly give up his seat to have you host the Potomac reunion. Tapes around October." So she responded, "Oh, OMFG. Please stop. What the fuck? Like really, really excited in all caps. And so her publicist responded and said, will really be a funny fucking moment. I like this idea. So she responded and said, yes, I want to do it. So the publicist said, okay, I will get the details. So that will be really, really dope to see her be in that lane. I feel like she could really do it. She's done it. She has experience on TV. She was a judge on American Idol. She was a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, which a lot of people love to see her on that. So she's really made to do this type of stuff. So everyone is super hyped about that. So that was a really dope moment recently. Um, and then so let's go ahead and go into some of the stats that we've been. Oh wait. Let's talk about this. So Nicki just be changing lives and just doing shit that nobody else is doing. So Nicki, she last night she posted her nails and they're really, really cute. And the nail artist, her Instagram is Junkie for Nails. She posted on her page, if you have an appointment in the next 6 days, please request your deposit back and it will be reimbursed in 1 to 2 business days. I really do apologize that I'm not in Cleveland to service anyone. I've been requested to prolong my stay in California due to business related purposes. I really hope you understand. I'll be back soon, but right now my life and services are on standby. I really appreciate everyone that has been booking me. I really do. So she posted that 4 days ago. And then Nicki posted the video of her nails that she did for her last night. So everybody was like, commenting them because they look really, really dope. Like she did a really, really great job. And it's definitely very fitting for Nicki's style. The Chanel, the designs, everything is just super, super cute. And really, it just screams Nicki. So she obviously went out to California and delivered. And she posted this video about her experience. And I just really want to read it because I think it's really, really sweet. So she says, such a dope experience. Manifestation is real. It's literally real. I remember I sat with somebody and they said, just speak out loud of something you really want to do. I'm like, speak out loud. They said, yeah, keep saying you're going to do it and keep repeating it. Anybody that knows me knows this my girl. She talking about Nicki. Not only is her skill and passion so cold, but as a woman in general, she's my favorite, and I argue anybody down to size about it. Never in a million years would I ever think I'd be sitting face to face with the queen. My soul left my body when I got a call at work, and he said, she's requesting you to be on a flight tonight. I started packing everything immediately, walking through the airport with all nail supplies and 2 outfits, and they were both outfits to work and an apron. It was like nothing else was the mission other than what I was called to do. Dreams come true. Don't ever let nobody make you feel like you're not big enough because so many people have tried to make me feel like I couldn't, I wouldn't, I shouldn't. I appreciate everybody for the love and support because that's what keeps the fire going in this industry. I got big soft spot for how people treat me and when I receive crazy love and people who make junkie a big deal. I appreciate the fuck out of it. Trust me, anything you want to happen can happen and it will. So that was a very, very sweet caption that she left and just is she posted a video of her getting going to the airport and getting on the plane and she just showing how anxious she was. So I thought that was just really, really dope and just a really cute story, how Nicki is just really like changing lives and um putting new and unknown talent on the map. And she does that, man, for like anybody that she works with. she she helps them elevate, in this industry. And so that's what she did with that for that nail artist. And you could tell, and it's just great when people can see that and they express how grateful they are for her, just being who she is. So moving on, um, Hip Hop DX lists Nicki Minaj Seeing Green featuring Drake and Lil Wayne, and B&B's Whole Lot of Money remix featuring Nicki Minaj as two of the best hip hop songs of 2021 so far. So Nicki retweeted this and she said, "Thanks guys. Neither of them have videos to add to the experience either. Just dope raps. So the kingdom appreciates." And then there's some other recognition that she retweeted. Let me see. And I think we went over some of these previously, but let's just go through it again. So it says Complex lists Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Tunechi Seeing Green as the third best song of the year so far. Double XL lists Nicki Minaj's verse on Whole Lot of Money remix as one of the best hip hop guest verses of 2021 so far. Complex lists Nicki Minaj's first verse on Fractions as one of the best rap verses of the year so far. And then the Hip Hop DX one that I just went over. So Nicki, she retweeted that and she said, "Haven't even got it started yet," with the prayer hands. So I really, really, really love how she's been highlighting these things and just really been focused on her talent and not clout, as she said. She is focused on the positive, the positive things, and just gearing up for this era. So I also wanted to share something. Let me see. Ooh, I wonder if that's how she found out about her. Because on July 25th, Nicki had posted, "Tag your fave nail tech, makeup artist, administrative assistant, stylist, personal shoppers." So that's probably how she found out about her too, about the nail tech. That's super dope. But let me see. I wanted to go over another something else that she has said. Oh, okay. So when she was talking about hosting the reunion, she had posted this message. She said, "Don't move. Everyone binge watch all the episodes cuz we finna get into some things, honey. My questions will be well thought out too. Mixed with funny and epic, of course. And Barbs, please don't send me a million comments about the album and Doc Child. Just let me have my moment. We almost there, promise. Not lying this time. Love you." Um, so two things about this. I watched the show. I just started from season 5. I was about to start from the from season 1, but I'm like, nah, I don't got that much time. I really don't feel like it. So I started off from season 5, and I'm really tuned in. I like it so far. Real Housewives of Potomac. I I think my favorite person on there so far is Robin. I think I really fuck with Robin because she just seems just honest and laid back, and she just seems to like keep it real throughout all the situations that I've seen so far. But I mean, who knows, that could change. So yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see her host that reunion. Now that I'm, up on game and I know what's the tea, I'll be able to like really enjoy it. So the second thing about this is how she addressed the Barbs and said, "Please stop asking me about the album in the doc. Trust me, it's coming." Um, I'm glad that she said that. I don't think that's the first time she said that because she understands and she sees all the questions regarding the album and the documentary. Those are the two most things that is like so very anticipated at this point. So she's like letting everybody know that it's coming. Like, y'all just gotta let me have my moment. Y'all gotta let me do what I'm doing and let me gear up for this new era, which is what she's doing. So, like they said, the taping is going to be in October. I feel like that's a perfect time in the timeline. So, say if she does like make some type of announcement this month in the celebration of the anniversary of the Queen album, and also the anniversary of Cream Radio, she may do that. That will be, if she does, that will be coming up very soon because it's already August 3rd. And I believe the anniversary is August 10th. So we'll see if that is going to be like an important date or not. If not, then probably September. I'll say September for sure. Um, Let me see. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to go over. I didn't want to make this too long of a section or a segment. But yeah, I'm loving how everything is going and the way she's moving, as I've been saying. Seeing Green is getting a lot of love, and that's really, really like something to be proud of, because there's no hook on that song, and they're all just rapping, and they're all like really rapping. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that that song keeps getting a lot of love, I know she's very, very proud about that. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it out on that note. Um I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy these Nicki Minaj corners, because I love doing them, and we're going to keep it going. So, next topic. Last week I talked about blocking people and knowing when it's the good time to just go ahead and hit that block button, and how necessary it is. So I found this article and I thought it would be nice to read it, because I think it's a good way to kind of show the other side to it, like what we have to do and why we have to do it. So it's called Let Go of the People Who Aren't Ready to Love You. When you have people who aren't ready to love you and who aren't really providing a healthy relationship, that's when you block their ass. So Let Go of the People Who Aren't Ready to Love You by Brianna West. It is the hardest thing you will ever have to do, and it will also be the most important. Stop giving your love to those who aren't ready to love you. Stop having hard conversations with people who don't want to change. Stop showing up for people who are indifferent about your presence. Stop prioritizing people who make you an option. Stop loving people who aren't ready to love you. I know that your instinct is to do whatever you can to earn the good graces of everyone you can, but that is also the impulse that will rob you of your time, your energy, and your sanity. When you start showing up to your life wholly and completely with joy and interest and commitment, not everyone is going to be ready to meet you there. It doesn't mean you need to change who you are. It means you need to stop loving people who aren't ready to love you. If you're left out, subtly insulted, mindlessly forgotten about, or easily disregarded by the people you spend the most time with, you're doing yourself an incredible disservice by continuing to offer your energy and life to them. The truth is that you are not for everyone, and everyone is not for you. That's what makes it so special when you do find the few people with whom you have a genuine friendship, love, or relationship. You'll know how precious it is because you've experienced what it isn't. But the longer you spend trying to force someone to love you when they aren't capable, the longer you're robbing yourself of that very connection. It is waiting for you. There are billions of people on this planet, and so many of them are going to meet you at your level, vibe where you are, connect with where you're going. But the longer you stay small, tucked into the familiarity of the people who use you as a cushion, a back burner option, a therapist, and a ploy for their emotional labor. The longer you keep yourself out of the community you crave, if you stop showing up, you'll be less liked. Maybe you'll be forgotten about altogether. Maybe if you stop trying, the relationship will cease. Maybe if you stop texting, your phone will stay dark for days and weeks. Maybe if you stop loving someone, the love between you will dissolve. That doesn't mean you ruined a relationship. It means that the only thing sustaining a relationship was the energy you and you alone were putting into it. That's not love. That's attachment. The most precious, important thing that you have in your life is your energy. It is not your time that is limited. It is your energy. What you give it to each day is what you will create more and more of in your life. What you give your time to is what will define your existence. When you realize this, you'll begin to understand why you're so anxious when you spend your time with people who are wrong for you and in jobs or places or cities that are wrong too. You'll begin to realize that the foremost important thing you can do for your life and yourself and everyone you know is to protect your energy more fiercely than anything else. Make your life a safe haven in which only people that can care and listen and connect are allowed. You are not responsible for saving people. You're not responsible for convincing them they want to be saved. It is not your job to show up for people and give away your life to them, little by little, moment by moment, because you pity them, because you feel bad, because you should, because you're obligated, because at the root of it all, you're afraid to not be liked back. It is your job to realize that you are the master of your fate and that you are accepting the love you think you're worthy of. Decide you're deserving of real friendship, true commitment, and complete love with people who are healthy and thriving. Then wait in the darkness just for a little bit and watch how quickly everything begins to change. Brianna West is a writer, speaker, and best-selling author. Okay, Brianna West. Okay. Thank you. That was beautiful. So let go of the people who aren't ready to love you by Brianna West. I thought that was a really, really good way to just really piggyback off of the blocking conversation. It's like when you have people in your life that don't need to be, you have to block them at some point. You know, you have to rid yourself of them at some point because if not, you're going to continue to just be in this place where you feel like you're not getting anywhere with that person. You feel like you're not getting what you need from that person, from that thing, from that place, from that job, from that friend, whoever, whatever. If you're not being fulfilled, it's just not going to work out well. So, I thought that article was really great and a good read. I hope you guys liked it. So I wanted to end the episode. I wanted to end the episode with a few keys to success that I feel like I am working on all the time, and I think are really what we need to, I guess, not perfect necessarily, but in a way master. Because once you get something down packed and you become good at doing what you need to do, it becomes second nature and you just do it and you're just like, achieving shit and stuff. So, first would be the first key to me is time management. The most important thing is the way you manage your time because we have 24 hours out of the day. If you are somebody who works a 9 to 5, 8 of those hours are dedicated to working for the man. So, once you are done doing that, what are you doing with your time? I understand. Trust me, I get it. It's so like there's so many different things that you have to still do outside of what you really want to do. I mean, we have priorities and responsibilities. We have to cook dinner. We have to get the kids from school. We have to help with homework. We have to tend to our partners. We have to do homework if we're in school ourselves. We have to, um, maybe we have other obligations, like say you have a dance class, or say you have a, man, just so many different things. We have to go grocery shopping. We have to go to appointments, and just a never ending list of things to fucking do, you know? So it's just like, how do you find time? How do you manage that? Well, I think the best way to go about it is just really prioritizing what you feel like is most important. So if you do have, you know, free time after work, or time after, doing the things you have to do after work, um maybe less than the time that you're on your phone, less than the time that you're on social media, because we spend so much time on our phone, we don't really realize how much time we spend on it and how quickly time just flies by. Like, we can get lost in social media and the internet and looking at funny memes. Like, we could really get lost into that, and time will just go by, and there you, before you know it, 2 hours went by and you didn't do anything but sit there and stare at your phone. You know what I'm saying? When that you could have used that 2 hours to do a workout, because you've been wanting to work out and you can't find time to do it. You could have used that 2 hours to do a workout. At least 30-minute workout, if that's, if you didn't want to do the whole 2 hours, because then you could use the other time to um read a book. Maybe you want to get back into reading. Maybe you want to get back into writing. Maybe you want to take a long bubble bath. Maybe you want to um watch your one of your favorite shows that you've been needing to watch or catch up on. Maybe you want to need to do some business planning, or work on um learning things, looking at tutorials. Like, maybe there's something that you could do within that 2 hours instead of staring at your phone. I feel like that's the first step. It's just prioritizing, and you just have to tell yourself, look, put this fucking phone down. Like, you have to have that control, because we can really get lost and just be like, hours passed and we didn't do shit. I've done it plenty of times. I still be doing it. And I just try to be mindful of it and say, what can I do better with this time? So that's the first thing. The next thing I feel like is the next key is smart money spending and budgeting. So this is another thing that I'm just like, I have not mastered at all. Budgeting, I'm very bad at. Um, And it's not, I learned like saving money is good. Of course, having money for like a rainy day, or if something comes up, or if you want to do something, because nobody really wants to have to live paycheck to paycheck. Like, that's not the business. Like, no one wants to fucking do that. But once you are able to get a little bit of extra money, what are you doing with that extra money? Are you investing it? Are you setting it aside, putting it in like a college fund for your children, or like, what are you doing with it? So I feel like that another key is definitely budgeting and, spending wisely. Because we spend money, so much money on bullshit, fast food, stuff that we don't need. Just like, and don't you spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. But I'm just saying, if you know you've been going crazy with the online shopping, I mean, if you can afford it, go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it's, one of those things that historically I don't feel like Black people have been good with, so I feel like, keep it in mind, practice just good budgeting and good spending. Or smart. That's the key. Smart spending and smart budgeting. And the last key that I have for you guys is just be a good person. I feel like being a good person sometimes it's not. It just is. It means more than what people make it seem these days. I feel like people put more weight into other things when I just feel like when it just comes down to what kind of person are you at the end of the day, and that's going to determine the way you move, what kind of decisions you make, how you treat people. Um, but if the root of it all in your heart of all hearts, you're just a good person and you just want to see people succeed and win and you don't wish bad on anybody and you're not out here willingly trying to negatively affect people, um, then yeah, man, you're good in my book if you prioritize what kind of person you are and how you treat people. So those are my 3 keys to success. Um, yeah, take those and do with them what you will. Um, any final remarks before I end this episode? Let's see. I did a survey. Um, I did a survey on Twitter and I did a poll with my coworkers. So I said, what show should I rewatch? So the options, and I just came up with these options. I just threw them out there. These are really good options, though. I'm just saying I didn't like really think long and hard about this, but these are very good options. So option 1 was The Vampire Diaries. Then I said Stranger Things, and then I put Walking Dead up there. And so far, Stranger Things is in the lead. I think everybody at work said Stranger Things. I gave them the option to put put a show up there that they would like for me to rewatch, and somebody said Sons of Anarchy, and I'm like, man, you know what? I like you. Like, who? What's your name? Like, let's talk because you have great taste. That's a great recommendation. Matter of fact, I just finished watching Sons of Anarchy a couple months ago, so I definitely am down to start it all over again. Anytime, really, because I love that show. But so I thought that was a really great recommendation. But it looks like Stranger Things is winning, but we will see once the poll is done on Twitter. It got like 10 hours left for people to vote. But yeah, so those my final things. Looks like I might be watching Stranger Things over, which is going to be perfect anyways because the new season should be coming out. Who knows when, but hopefully soon. Probably 2022. But that would be really, really dope. Oh my gosh. And I think a new season of You is going to be coming out soon. I mean, we are in August. And my favorite part of the year is coming up. My favorite part of the year is fall, baby. I love fall. But yeah, okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode on that note. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, please rate the podcast, subscribe, tell a friend, share, repost, retweet. Um, all of that is very appreciated and very necessary for your girl to be exposed to more listeners like yourself. That way I can continue to just grow and build this podcast into whatever it is meant to grow into and be. All right. Love, peace, and hair and grease. And I hope you all have I hope you all have a good rest of your week. Bye.